On April 29th in Seoul, South Korea, Louis Vuitton hosted their first ever runway show for the women's pre-fall collection. In this video, we'll discuss the show and take a closer look at the pieces in this collection, paying particular attention to the new women's bags, including prices and item IDs. The show was staged on the lower level of the double-decker Banpo Bridge, which connects Seoul's north and south banks along the Han River. The Banpo Bridge is unique because the lower level, which is called the Jamsu Bridge, is a pedestrian walkway that actually becomes completely submerged in the river during Seoul's monsoon season, then reemerges after the water levels subside. Regarding this setting for the show, Nicolas Ghesquière said, "It's a feat of civil engineering that creates the illusion of disappearance and reappearance. It's a living monument, an inspiring place to stage a show." The bridge was also particularly appropriate since the origins of Louis Vuitton are rooted in travel. The show opened with a vibrant look modeled by Ho Young-chung, South Korean actress known for her role in Squid Games, as well as Louis Vuitton Global House Ambassador. And not only was I struck by her look, but the reappearance of classic designs like the Alma and the Speedy, which to me are very nostalgic designs, particularly in epi-leather. When I see these bags, I think of vintage Louis Vuitton, and I loved how they were paired with these very vibrant, sleek, sporty, and almost aerodynamic looks. The first new bag that we saw on the runway was this one here. This is the Atlantis. This was modeled on the runway in canvas in both monogram as well as reverse monogram, and in leather in noir and beige. This was also seen in two different sizes, the MM, which we have here, as well as the smaller PM size. Most of these pieces will be limited releases for Korea only. Here's the Atlantis PM as seen on the runway, as well as in the re-see after the show. And you can tell from the re-see photo, the design of this bag is basically a reusable shopping bag, but the way it was modeled on the runway, there is one handle wrapped over the other. I thought in the PM size it looked very cute, like a little dumpling. However, modeled like this as a shopping bag, it's not exactly my favorite look. Several of the runway looks featured the side trunk. This is a bag that's already been released. However, in this collection, we did see it in some fresh colors and materials. My personal favorite was this all black version here on the right. It's very modern, very edgy. Here are the item IDs and prices for these pieces. And again, please note that these are currently designated as limited release. And my understanding of that is that these will be for Korea only. Another bag that we saw modeled with several looks on the runway was the LV Go 14. And this is an older design that Louis Vuitton is relaunching this year. We also saw the Alma with the matelotage design on the outside. Please excuse my mispronunciation of that word. And the matelotage is the crosshatch design that you see here. It's in a puffy leather, and this is normally the design on the inside of the LV trunks. So this design pays homage to their history in trunk making. As I said before, we saw these pieces previously in the Fall/Winter 23 runway, and here they are in a press event for the Fall/Winter 23 collection. Here's the item information for the LV Go 14s that we specifically saw in the pre-fall collection show. Please note that 2 out of the 3 pieces here are limited releases. However, we will be seeing this bag in the Fall/Winter 23 collection, so fear not, I think you will have your choice of LV Go 14s. There were only 2 pieces on the runway from the Monoglam denim capsule. The Loop PM, which we see here in the gold denim, as well as the Petite Mall, also in gold denim. This was on the runway. This photo here is modeled by a celebrity. I was really surprised that we didn't see more monoglam pieces on the runway, because in the promotional photos that you see here, the monoglam denim pieces were very heavily promoted. So I thought that was a bit odd. Here's photos of the blue monoglam denim from Reese. This is the pochette Matisse East-West in the back with the mini vanity in the front. Here are all of the pieces included in the gold and blue colorways, along with their pricing in US dollars. These pieces will all release on May 19th. One of my favorite new designs from this collection is seen here in these two looks. This is a new micro Noe purse. This is called the Noe Purse LV Charms, and it comes in two different colorways, black leather, which we see on the left, as well as reverse monogram canvas, which we see on the right. These are priced both around 2,000 euro, and again, both limited edition releases for Korea only. Finally, we're going to wrap up our review of the pre-fall collection women's handbags with two super fun, playful pieces. First, we have the Vachetta leather tab, reimagined as a pochette. Again, this is a limited edition release, so most likely this will be for Korea only. But this really reminds me of the Spring/Summer 23 collection, where we saw things like luggage tags reimagined as bags. Here we have the Vachetta leather tab reimagined as a pochette. I absolutely love this. I think it's so much fun. This show also included the Petite Malle Plaque de Rue, which we saw in the Fall/Winter runway show. In the Fall/Winter show, it said Paris at the bottom. This is a limited edition version that says Seoul on the bottom to commemorate this runway show in Seoul, Korea. The release date for this is July 28th, and it comes in at 7,000 euro. Now let's take a really quick look at some of the ready-to-wear pieces from this collection. We won't look at all the ready-to-wear, but I wanted to show you my personal favorite pieces. I absolutely love the exaggerated damier print on this dress and pants. Here's a close-up of the dress. This is not exactly the damier azur print, but it's pretty reminiscent of it. And when you look at the fabric up close, the amount of detail in it is just insane. I think these pieces are absolutely beautiful. On the runway, we saw a dress and a pair of pants, but I hope they come out with more pieces in this fabric. The other ready-to-wear that was my favorite were these two dresses in a combination of tweed with leather accents. Here's a close-up of it from the Reese. The details are just absolutely stunning. I love the mix of fabrics and textures. As for accessories, the star of the show was this belt. We saw this repeatedly again and again on almost every look. Unfortunately, on my waist, I don't think it would look quite so oversized, but on the runway, it looked phenomenal, and it was just an exquisite statement piece. When this collection is closer to hitting stores, I will be putting out a detailed video on what pieces you'll be able to find in stores, along with prices and all the detailed item information. Make sure you're subscribed to my channel to catch that video. I do also put out monthly new release videos, so you can always stay on top of what's new at Louis Vuitton. I put out new videos every Wednesday and Friday. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye now.